Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I will look at the ChroMetallics collection releasing on a Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time from Nvr Enuff Polish. These were sent to me for review and I'll link their storefront and social media down below and just get right into the swatches. So first up is Sunfire, and this is a blazing, almost orange-based red with a good amount of a red chrome shimmer running throughout, as well as a pretty strong linear holographic effect. This one also does have a nice, subtle, almost duochrome effect from the red to gold chrome shimmer. So here's a look at that brush shot, and I'll show you how Sunfire swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat. Number one, first and foremost, this brush is among my favorites. It just makes application an absolute breeze. This one had amazing coverage at one coat. I did notice a little bit of brush stroking going on, so you may want to be mindful with that. I am going to let that dry and come back in and show you what my second coat looks like. A second coat does deepen this up just a tiny bit. I do believe that it's worth the second coat. It really makes it more of a fiery finish and for sure brings this one completely opaque. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. So this one does dry down fairly glossy. Of course, I do recommend a nice glossy top coat to help extend the wear time and also bring out more of that linear holographic effect. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to pick a favorite from this collection. This one is definitely a stunner. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So next up is Mance, and this is a bit of a deeper, more burgundy red. It does have a really strong red or maroon shimmer running throughout, and it does have a super subtle, almost to gold or green shift. It also has a really strong linear holographic effect. So I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mance swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. This one does go on just as smooth and easy as the other polishes in this collection. However, it was a little bit sheer here. I do have a good amount of visible nail line left, so I'll go ahead and complete this first coat and let it dry and come back in and show you what a second coat looks like. I did notice a little bit of brush stroking with this polish as well, but it does definitely mellow out as it dries down. You just may want to be mindful of that. Here's a look at that second coat. It does for sure bring this one completely opaque, adds a ton of depth and just a gorgeous finish. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Again, this one does dry down fairly glossy. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So next up is without a doubt my favorite. It also looks like it's going to be a huge fan favorite as well. This is King Nothing, and this is a very chocolatey brown polish with a really strong red or maroon shimmer as well as that linear holographic effect. It does also have that duochrome shift to a more gold or green, but it is the strongest in this polish out of any of the others. So there's a look at that brush shot, and I'll show you how King Nothing swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. This one just goes on super smooth, like butter, no problems at all. It was just a touch sheer here at one coat, almost right to the edge of being opaque. So here's a look at that second coat. It does definitely deepen up this finish and adds a touch more of that richness. Definitely worth the second coat, and it does for sure bring this one completely opaque. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. So really strong linear holographic effect just right out of the bottle. Nice glossy finish, but of course I do recommend a good glossy top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat, and this is just everything. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. I do definitely recommend hopping over to my blog to look at it at an angle in artificial lighting to really get the duochrome effect. So lastly today I have Gothic, and this is a very in-between purple and blue. I do definitely feel like this one leans a little bit more purple. It also has a very strong purple shimmer that shifts a little bit to that same golden green. You can see it right around the edges. It is subtle. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Gothic swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at the first coat. This one again goes on smooth and easy, not too thick or too thin. I didn't have any running, maybe a little bit of brush stroking that you may want to be mindful of, but this brush makes it really easy just to apply in long straight coats. I do recommend capping the tip at the first coat. I did have a good amount of visible nail line left, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what a second coat looks like. This one builds up perfectly in 2 easy coats. I feel like that's the same for all of the polishes in this collection, very cohesive. So here's a look at that completed mani before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial artificial lighting. So this is definitely another really beautiful polish. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting. And then once more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So that does wrap up today's swatch and review of the ChroMetallics collection. Again, these are releasing on Saturday in the morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so definitely check it out as soon as possible if you're interested in these. I know sometimes Nvr Enuff has kind of competitive restocks. If you're interested, they are also releasing the Candy Crellies that I reviewed. I'll link that down below as well so you can check them out. If you'd like to see more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.